You meet someone new, a stranger on a train, a face in a crowd. Something happens in your mind before you've said a single word. You already trust them, or you already don't. But the real answer is far stranger than you think. Your brain isn't reading their character, it's reading their bones. Scientists call this the trustworthiness heuristic. It fires within a tenth of a second of seeing a new face, before language even loads. How is that possible? The psychologist Alexander Todorov studied this at Princeton. He showed people faces so briefly that conscious analysis was impossible. Still, participants rated trustworthiness with striking consistency. Different people, same face, same snap judgment. That means something universal is happening, something older than culture. Your face is scanned like a landscape. Wide eyes read as warmth. Heavy brows read as anger. You are not judging a person, you are judging a shape. Where did this instinct come from? Go back before cities, before writing. Your ancestors lived in small bands, surrounded by unfamiliar faces. A new face wasn't a curiosity, it was a decision point, friend or threat. There was no time for a background check. Humans who read faces fast tended to survive longer. This shaped something permanent into your brain. A structure called the amygdala still lights up the instant it sees a face. It doesn't wait for facts. It was built for a world of immediate threats, and it hasn't updated its methods since. You are running Stone Age software on a smartphone-era face feed. Here is where it gets stranger. The psychologist Robert Zayonk found something called the mere exposure effect. Simply seeing something repeatedly, with no new information at all, makes people rate it as more trustworthy. Not because they learned anything, just because it became familiar. If your ancestors saw the same face by the fire for years, that face had already proven itself statistically not to be a threat. Familiarity still feels like proof even when it isn't. This is why a repeated advertisement starts to feel comforting. Why the fifth date feels safer than the first, even if nothing factual has changed. But trust isn't only built by the eyes. It's built by chemistry too. The neuroeconomist Paul Zak studied a hormone called oxytocin, sometimes nicknamed the trust molecule. His research found that oxytocin rises during moments of connection, a handshake, eye contact, a warm tone, and that rise makes you more likely to cooperate with a stranger. Trust isn't just a judgment, it's a physical state. So what does this mean for how wrong you can be? Painfully often. Studies find only a weak connection between how trustworthy someone looks and how they actually behave. Your instinct wasn't built to detect honesty, it was built to detect resemblance to safety. Those aren't the same thing. This gap shapes elections, where conventionally trustworthy faces win more votes regardless of policy. It shapes courtrooms, where harder features can mean harsher sentences. You believe you judge people by their actions. Mostly, in that first frozen instant, you judge them by their face. Are you doomed to be fooled forever? Not entirely. The amygdala fires first, but the slower, deliberate part of your brain can catch up if you let it. Todorov's later research found that when people took time before judging, their accuracy improved. The first impression isn't the final one. It's a starting offer, not a verdict. Think of someone you disliked on sight who turned out to be kind. Think of someone charming at first glance who you no longer speak to. Your amygdala was confident both times, and wrong both times. You now meet hundreds of strangers a day, through photos, thumbnails, a single frame before a call connects. Every face triggers the same ancient circuitry that once decided whether to run from a stranger at the edge of a firelight. Only the number of faces has changed, so the next time a face makes you feel instantly safe or instantly wary, remember what's happening beneath that feeling. It isn't wisdom. It's an ancient shortcut, running quietly every time you open your eyes. You meet someone new. Something happens in your mind before you've said a single word. And now you know exactly what that something is.